Well, good evening and welcome to this outstanding night where we will be recognizing exceptional staff from our schools from across the system. My name is Jeff Marr, and it is my pleasure to MC this evening's event. We will begin tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Well, thank you to all of our staff, families, and community members who have come together to celebrate. We are joined tonight by many people who have come to applaud our staff. Please stand as I introduce you. The members of the Board of Education, Ms. Karen Bailey, Chairman. Ms. Kathy Allen had a family commitment and was unable to join us, but we thank her for her support in her absence. Mr. Jim Davis, member. Ms. Mary Washington, board member. And Ms. Rita Weaver, board member. Superintendent, Dr. Scott Smith. Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Maureen Montgomery. Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Human Resources, Ms. Tammy McCourt. Assistant Superintendent of Supporting Services, Dr. Jeff Walker. Director of Human Resources, Dr. Dale Farrell. And we have several directors who are here this evening. Dr. Kelly Hall, Executive Director of Title I and Student Services, Supporting Services, Special Supplemental Programs. Mr. Ashley Varner, Director of Operations. Mr. Scott Serbiak, Director of Special Education. Dr. Alex Jaffers, Director of Accountability and Assessment. Mr. Mike Watson, Accountability Officer. Ms. Cheryl Long, Director of Student Services. Mr. Steve Whidden, Director of Maintenance. Mr. Jeff Thompson, Director of Transportation. Ms. Lisa Bachner, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Mr. Dave Howard, Director of Information Technology. And Ms. Megan Doran, Director of Food and Nutrition Services. I also want to say thank you to our many principals, assistant principals, and supervisors who have joined us to celebrate your accomplishments. Please stand as a group to be recognized. And thank you to our partners in the education associations, Ms. Jill Morris, President of ESMIC, and Alex Jeffers, President of SMASA. I also want to give a special thank you to Dr. Heibel and the staff here at Great Mills High School for hosting this evening's event. And additionally, we couldn't be here without our team from the Office of Strategic Planning and Communications. I want to thank Beverly and our team in the booth who are helping to broadcast and stream this on the website. Thank you all. And we share our appreciation for the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union for their support of our staff and providing refreshments, which will be out in the lobby at the conclusion of the event. And they also have a special gift for our countywide recipients. As I said, tonight is a special night where we recognize our outstanding educators and support staff who represent the very best of those serving our students. There's a wonderful quote by French author Antoine de Saint-Exupéry who said, "If you want to build a ship, don't drum up men to gather wood, divide the work, and give orders. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea." Education is how we foster dreams of possibility. Tonight, we recognize all of our outstanding educators, those who serve in the classroom, offices, hallways, and cafeterias. Each one of you plays a vital role in educating our students. Each one of you inspires our students to dream for the world they have yet to explore. Thank you for all you do. To kick off tonight's recognitions, I invite Ms. Karen Bailey to bring remarks on behalf of the Board of Education.
good afternoon, early evening, whatever we want to call this. When I started to write these remarks, I began with the definition in Webster's Unabridged Dictionary, which defines a teacher as a person who teaches. So my 14-year-old daughter told me that that was really boring, and everyone would, kind of like, duh, Mom. So then I went to the all-powerful Google, which it seems to be the dictionary of the 21st century, and Google gave everyone in this room a lot more credit. And it defined a teacher as a person who helps others to acquire knowledge, competence, or virtue. It's informally the role of a teacher may be taken on by anyone. And to me, that is a much more complete definition and one that shows the spirit of this evening. Despite the titles, whatever you may have, whether you're an educational support person or a teacher or a principal or even an administrator, you are a teacher. Each person in this room impacts the life of a student in one of those areas: knowledge, competence, and virtue. Our job is not just to prepare students for the outside world in the areas of reading, writing, math, and science, and all those other ones I forgot, art, music, you got them. Our job is to help these children develop into adults and citizens in our community. The talent and dedication in this room is a true partnership. Each academic discipline, teacher, coach, advisor, paraeducator, and supporting services person is a teacher. Every day you are teaching a different lesson, and I don't mean by the content that you are teaching, but you teach a different lesson to each student because each student learns differently. They see the world differently, and they have a different take on what you are teaching. Your role as a teacher evolves during the day based on your students because your words and actions have a different impact on each student, and that is a powerful tool that you possess. To instill knowledge, competence, and virtue in a child. So on behalf of the Board of Education, we congratulate each of you and cannot thank you enough for your dedication to our students. Our school system would not have the successes that we have had over the past years without you. Thank you and congratulations. So I'm also going to do double duty here. Senator Jack Bailey does have Senate recognitions for the Teachers of the Year for the 4 speakers. Unfortunately, he is coaching a Little League game, so he was unable to attend. So we do have them here, and they will also be part of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bailey. Our recognitions of our staff are a reflection of the incredible staff who work with our students and in our schools and offices every day. And how appropriate that we hold this evening's event during Teacher Appreciation Week, where we can recognize our amazing educators. In supporting these employees, we have a great partnership with our education associations. With that in mind, I invite Ms. Jill Morris, President of ESMIC, to come forward. She will be sharing a few words, but before she does, we want to present a resolution on behalf of the Superintendent and Board of Education in recognition of Teacher Appreciation Week. It reads, whereas the staff of St. Mary's County Public Schools takes pride in delivering exceptional instruction to almost 18,000 students, and whereas teachers, support staff, and administrators play a vital role in expanding students' minds to ideas, knowledge, and dreams for the future, and whereas teachers keep American democracy alive by laying the foundation of good citizenship, and whereas educators mold students of diverse backgrounds to become productive citizens that will shape the future of our great country, and whereas education support professionals contribute in various ways to the success of students, teachers, and the community, and whereas administrators work diligently to help students and teachers excel, and their leadership and hard work are essential to the success of our schools, and one more, whereas support staff, teachers, and administrators are exceptionally dedicated in committing to providing high-quality educational opportunities for our students. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of St. Mary's County recognizes the week of May 5 through 11, 2019 as Teacher Appreciation Week and urges all citizens of St. Mary's County to take time to honor those who help make our school system great. Ms. Morris.
Thank you, Dr. Marr. Very much appreciated. Greetings and congratulations from the Education Association of St. Mary's County. Can you see me? Can you see me? I'm here. I'm really here. Okay. It's wonderful that we are here today to recognize you as outstanding employees that work for St. Mary's County Public Schools. We are here to celebrate your dedication, whether you are support staff, teachers, or administrators. This ceremony where we all come together is a wonderful acknowledgement and appreciation for all of our jobs, no matter what we do to enrich the life of students. Thank you for your outstanding service to our students. Your applause and accolades that you're going to get today are well deserved. So enjoy your moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morris. Tonight, we recognize over 100 staff members who have gone above and beyond. Each school and office has nominated outstanding educators and support staff, and it is an honor to celebrate them this evening. These nominees come from each site, include the school's nominee for Outstanding Educator and Education Support Professional of the Year, as well as Principal of the Year and Leader of Excellence. For our educational support professional and outstanding educators, the list was narrowed down to 7 finalists for each category. They are indicated in your program, and we will recognize them at the time that their school recipients are called. In addition, some schools have a teacher recognized by SMECO as an outstanding educator, for which they received an award at a ceremony sponsored by SMECO a couple of weeks ago. Finally, this year, each one of our schools has earned the prestigious Gold Star Award from St. Mary's County Health Department, reflective of the constant commitment to quality food service and food safety in our cafeterias. The requirements to earn the Gold Star are no critical food service violations, no temperature violations cited during the monitoring inspection, all violations noted by an inspector are corrected within a 30-day follow-up inspection, no confirmed unsafe food handling complaints, and at least one food service worker completed a recognized and approved food service safety class within the last 2 years. This is quite an accomplishment. I believe it's the first time that 100% of our school cafeterias earned this Gold Star Award. Let's give them a round of applause. To recognize this incredible accomplishment, we will be calling the food service manager or representative forward with their school teams who are being recognized. Now, throughout the program, we will have remarks from our winners of county-wide awards, who are selected from the nominees to represent St. Mary's County Public Schools. Our first speaker is the recipient of our Washington Post Principal of the Year. Mr. Mike Egan, principal of Dr. James A. Forrest Career and Technology Center. In nominating Mr. Egan, a teacher wrote, "Good leaders have heart and vision. It is as if they stand on a different plane and focus their sights on a greater good. Theirs appears to be a heartfelt connection that stems not only from a place of caring, but a place of understanding. These leaders are a joy to work with because through their passion, they bring out the very best in each of us. Mr. Egan is just that type of leader. His caring and focused leadership are traits that make him our Washington Post Principal of the Year."
Good evening. Thank you very much, Dr. Marr. I'm very humbled by this recognition. I would like to begin by thanking my family, Kelly, my wife. Love you, Kel. Thanks for all the support. And my daughter, Kylie, who sent us a nice snapshot after she finished her last exam today. So we're very proud of her as well. Also like to thank Dr. Smith, Dr. Montgomery, and the Board of Education for giving me the opportunity to work at such an amazing school. The recognition really I don't see it as a recognition that it's about me. It's really about us. I would not be here if it wasn't for the amazing staff and students of the Forrest Center. They do amazing, incredible things on a daily basis. I've always tried to model my leadership style off an old college coach and mentor, and he always said that when we win, the team did a great job. But when we lose, I needed to do a better job of preparing the team. And I can say without a doubt that the students and staff of the Forrest Center are winning. They are doing an amazing job. We have worked hard to change the Forrest Center's vision to offer value-added education. Students who attend the Forrest Center for career and technical programs graduate at higher rates. In addition, Forrest Center offers opportunities for students to earn technical attainment or articulated or transcripted college credits. That means if students work hard enough and have grit, they can earn real industry certifications and college credit upon graduating. In addition, the Forrest Center is now working to help students find apprenticeships so they can earn high school credit and earn money at the same time. That is what I call value-added education. Forrest Center staff believe in the power of yet. Forrest Center teachers and students have grit. When we are tempted to say, I can't, we always have the courage to add yet. Thank you very much.
So while Mr. Egan is receiving his award, I want to say thank you, Mr. Egan, and congratulations. And as we begin recognizing the school nominees, I ask that Dr. Montgomery and Dr. Walker join us up here to help present these awards as well. We will begin calling teams of their exceptional staff members so that each individual will receive their recognition and a school picture can be taken. We will begin with elementary schools, and we will do so in alphabetical order by school. To help move things along, we ask that school teams move to my right as the previous group is being called and prepare to be called forward. In addition to the nominees, we invite the school principal or assistant principal to join us to my left for a group photo. So those being recognized, come forward to the stairs to receive your award. You'll walk across the stage, pause to my left to receive your award from Dr. Montgomery and Dr. Walker, and then proceed further over to be recognized by the board members and Dr. Smith, and you'll pause in front of them for a group photo by Miss Marianne Williams, who is seated in the front row. In the back of the audience, you can pick up the box that's for your award so that you can have it for safe travels and keeping. So, if you all would join me here. Let's get started. Our first school is Benjamin Banneker Elementary, which will be followed by Captain Walter Francis Duke and proceeding in alphabetical order, as noted in your program. Please hold your applause until the full school team comes to the stage. So from Benjamin Banneker Elementary School, our outstanding educator is Miss Wendy Pendarvis, who is also a finalist. As a parent wrote of her, Ms. Pendarvis' innate artistry of engaging, inspiring, and instilling the love of learning in each student is truly a unique gift. Their education support professional is Ann Good. Her administrator says she is a leader who has a direct impact on the things we take pride of at our school: positive impressions, trust, learning, and inclusion for all students. Their SMECO Math Teacher of the Year was Anna Rodriguez. In her nomination, parents and students said, "We can see the love and respect that passes between her and her students, and we recognize that every day she shows up to make a difference in the lives of students." And their Gold Star Awards for their two cafeterias are Noreen Gascon and Tracy Eskins. These two cafeterias at Banneker have earned the Gold Star Award 9 of the last 10 years. Let's give Banneker a round of applause. From Captain Walter Francis Duke Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Monique Osborne. In nominating Miss Osborne, her principal said she demonstrates outstanding leadership every day. She is willing to help and never puts her needs in front of anyone else's. Their education support professional is Heather Jarrett. A colleague wrote of her, "Heather has high expectations for her students that she is responsible for working with. Because of these expectations, students strive to do their very best." Their Gold Star Award goes to Keiko Seidenberger and the cafeteria staff, who has earned the Gold Star for each of the last 4 years. Let's give Captain Walter Francis Duke an elementary school a round of applause. Our next school is the Chesapeake Public Charter School. Their outstanding educator is Jessica Gascon. A fellow teacher writes that she is an outstanding model for what a teacher should be in today's world for today's children. She works tirelessly to meet every student's individual needs. Their education support professional is Pamela McLeod. In nominating her, her director said she is an excellent problem solver. She can quickly analyze a problem and find a solution. Her work and positive energy make her a most deserving recipient of this honor. They had a SMECO Science Teacher of the Year, Miss Joanne Clapp. As one student so succinctly put it, Miss Clapp is an awesome teacher. I love her more than candy. And their Gold Star recipient, Carol Treglia, and I apologize if I mispronounced that, the charter school's cafeteria has earned the Gold Star for the last 10 years. Let's give the charter school a round of applause. From Dinard Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Mr. James Ganley. In nominating Mr. Ganley, his principal said, you can count on Jim to do whatever needs to be done, whenever it needs to be done. He uses every opportunity and task as time to connect with kids and create those bonds, which allow him to be so incredibly powerful in the classroom. Their education support professional is Gary Beeman. Mr. Beeman's supervisor commented, he is a caring, energetic employee who takes time to learn about members of his school community. He supports school programs and builds relationships with students directly. And Gold Star Award to Melissa Burrows-Alvey. Dinard's cafeteria has been recognized 9 of the last 10 years with the Gold Star Award. Let's give a round of applause to Dinard. For Evergreen Elementary, their outstanding educator is Ariana Parabello. In her nomination, her principal said, Miss Parabello is one of the most loving persons I've ever met. Watching her interact with students is awe-inspiring. It is no surprise that families have come to know the love and magic she creates in her classroom. Their education support professional is Diane White. In nominating Miss White, the team wrote, Diane's influence extends far beyond the walls of the school. She is well loved at each of her schools and she supports. Her work ethic is unmatched. And for the Gold Star Award, Carol Lowmiller. The Evergreen Cafeteria has earned this recognition 9 of the last 10 years. Give a round of applause for Evergreen. From George Washington Carver Elementary School, Miss Bobby Sue Scrivener is their outstanding educator and a finalist. As a fellow teacher, Miss Scrivener said she is one of the most compassionate and caring teachers I've ever had the opportunity to work with. She goes to incredible lengths to make sure that every student in her charge feels loved and cared for. Their education support professional is Dana Gregory. Her principal said this in nominating her. A strong bond between the students and Miss Gregory is evident as she helps them to overcome any fear they may have of visiting the health room. It's certainly evident that she has found her calling. And for the Gold Star Award, Mickey Bell. This Gold Star has been earned at Carver for 7 of the last 10 years. For Green Holly Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Megan Smith. Miss Smith's colleagues commented on her ability to be calm and understanding, saying, we have never seen her treat a child with anything but understanding and compassion. Her level head and attitude is something all teachers should strive for. Their education support professional is Nicole Sclace. In her nominations, her team wrote, her warm and friendly demeanor has made it easy to serve with her. She is very inclusive and genuinely cares for our students. And for the Gold Star Award, Mr. Bill Moss. Green Holly's cafeteria has been recognized 8 of the last 10 years. From Greenview Knolls Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Andrea Atlas. One of her teammates said of her, I'm a better teacher and my students are better students because of Miss Atlas. If I needed someone to be in my child's corner, to be their coach, their cheerleader, or role model, I'd choose Miss Atlas over and over again. And their education support professional is Deborah Urich, a finalist. Her principal remarks, her contribution, dedication, and hard work over the last 21 years represents a staff member who demonstrates exceptional school support. Her caring and kind heart remind us every day why we never give up on students. And for the Gold Star Award, Jennifer Castillo. Greenview's cafeteria has earned the Gold Star 9 of the last 10 years. From Hollywood Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Miss Judy Arthur, whose principal wrote of her, Miss Arthur has a calling in her life, and that calling is teaching. She teaches her students to strive for excellence, to love reading, and to respect each other. She teaches all of us to give our best for our students. Their education support professional is Angela Dean. In her nomination, the team said, Ms. Dean instills the same love of learning that she possesses with the children that she works with. It is truly evident that she enjoys working with young children, ensuring they receive an excellent education. And for the Gold Star Award, Laura Brakefield. Hollywood's cafeteria has earned this recognition 5 years in a row. Round of applause for Hollywood. From Leonardtown Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Kimberly Knight. One of Miss Knight's former students writes of her, I've always liked my teachers, but there are some who never clear out of your mind. There are some you can remember their exact words, and there are some who hold a special place in your memory. Miss Knight is one of those teachers. Their education supports professional is Miss Susan Zimmerman. In describing Miss Zimmerman, her principal says she demonstrates time and time again she is an excellent communicator and professional. She is welcoming, helpful, and extremely positive, and she truly cares for the entire school community. And for the Gold Star Award, Kimberly Hamilton. Leonardtown Elementary has received this recognition for the last 10 years. Leonardtown Elementary. From Letty Marshall Dent Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Donna Dolinar, also a finalist. Her administrative team said of her, when you think of dedication, you think of Miss Dolinar. She is self-motivated, creative, and she goes the extra mile to create an environment where students are encouraged to be leaders and take responsibility. Their education support professional is Paula Raley. In nominating her, Ms. Raley's team said, Paula has a strong work ethic and is student-centered. She goes above and beyond the call of duty and will do whatever it takes to support our staff and students. And for the Gold Star Award, Trish Quinn. Dent's cafeteria has earned this recognition 7 of the last 10 years. Letty Marshall Dent Elementary. From Lexington Park Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Romero McBride. A parent of a student, whoops, I'm a little bit behind, thank you. A parent of a student states, Mr. McBride embodies everything a fantastic teacher should. His enthusiasm for teaching is contagious, and it extends to the children that he teaches. Their education support professional is Wilma Davis, a finalist. A teacher she works with commented, her ability to connect with her students and her enthusiasm for teaching is truly superior. She understands the needs of each individual child and encourages her students to do their personal best. Their Gold Star Award is for Lindsay Decker. Lexington Park's cafeteria has earned the Gold Star 8 of the last 10 years. Lexington Park Elementary. From Mechanicsville Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Pam Farner. Her principal says of her, Miss Farner instills in children a love of learning using a manner that is warm, fair, and consistent. She is a master at meeting the needs of individual students. Their education support professional is Kelly Cox. As her administrator states, her professional mannerism and timely response to staff issues help to maintain a sense of calm. She is a great asset to our community and our school. And the Gold Star Award for Mechanicsville goes to Linda Taltivol. Mechanicsville has earned the Gold Star 9 of the last 10 years. Mechanicsville. From Oakville Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Kelly Burkhart. A fellow teacher says her relationships with students run deep. She works hard to know of each of her students. They know that Ms. Burkhart is interested in each of them personally. Their education support professional and also a finalist, Jerry Cropper. As her principal stated, she is calm, nurturing, and caring, and shows tremendous patience when working with our little ones. She gives up her time freely, is conscientious, and puts forth her best effort on a daily basis. Their Gold Star Award goes to Ashley Sigmund. Oakville has been recognized 9 of the last 10 years. Let's hear it for Oakville Elementary. For Park Hall Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Wendy Briggs. As a colleague and parent said, I have watched Miss Briggs make connections with my daughter that have increased her self-esteem. She encourages and motivates all students to learn. Their education support professional is Diane Ball. In nominating Ms. Ball, her team writes, she is a natural with students and truly has a love for teaching and working with children. She's always smiling and willing to go above and beyond to help her students and colleagues. And for the Gold Star Award, Brenda Hurlbert. The Park Hall cafeteria has earned the Gold Star for 3 years in a row. Park Hall Elementary. From Piney Point Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Missy Coons. Her administrators say this of her: her love of children and her dedication to them and their families is incredible. Her professionalism and dedication to her students far exceeds the level of expectation outlined in any job description. Their education support professional is Alea Armstead. In nominating her, the team said she is very encouraging to students and knows the students well and what approach works best for them. She has built strong relationships with our students. And for the Gold Star Award, Sherry Curtis. Piney Point has been recognized the last 4 straight years. Piney Point Elementary. From Ridge Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Jessie Sohn. Her principal says, when I think of an educator who consistently employs effective instructional practices, connects with and builds relationships with students, staff, and the community, shows positive relationships, and engenders admiration among her peers, I think of Ms. Sohn. Their education support professional is Brandy Goddard. As a teacher in her school commented, I've never worked with a person who gives as much attention to detail as she does. She takes this job very seriously and has a level of professionalism that is inspiring. And their Gold Star Award goes to Melissa Morgan. The Ridge Cafeteria has been recognized 7 of the last 10 years. Ridge Elementary. From Town Creek Elementary, their outstanding educator is Paula Causey. A fellow teacher at her school says, in my opinion, teaching is a science as well as an art. Ms. Causey has mastered both. Walking into her classroom, you will find students not only engaged, but eager to learn. She is one of the best of the best. Their education support professional is Marlon Morgan, whose principal points out that he is extremely hardworking and his youthful energy resonates within the building and beyond. His positive attitude greatly impacts the education of all who enter our building. And the Gold Star Award for Town Creek goes to Patricia Morgan. Town Creek has earned this recognition 3 of the last 4 years. Congratulations, Town Creek staff. And from White Marsh Elementary School, their outstanding educator is Jennifer Cord, also a finalist. As a parent of Miss Cord said, I know my daughter is in the best hands each and every day. Ms. Cord truly cares and loves her students, and knowing my daughter is surrounded by her influence makes my life easier as a parent. Their education support professional is Angela Rollins. Her principal says her superior organizational skills are evident in many areas, one of which is budget. She is meticulous in her work, and I am truly impressed with how she juggles many responsibilities without error. And the Gold Star Award for White Marsh goes to Lisa Hackney. whose cafeteria has earned the Gold Star the last 10 years. Congratulations to White Marsh staff. Our next speaker is Deb Urich. She is St. Mary's County Public Schools Education Support Professional of the Year. Ms. Urich is a paraeducator at Greenview Knolls Elementary. As her principal said of her, Ms. Urich's professional and positive attitude promote a climate that radiates our school's values and of caring for each other. She helps create and maintain our school culture by moderating the sincere values and beliefs of building trusting and respectful relationships. Her dedication to relationships and her unyielding support for students exemplify the very traits that make her our St. Mary's County Public Schools Education Support Professional of the Year.
Thank you. That's why I love coming to school every day. Thank you. Thank you. I am honored to be this year's recipient of the ESPY Award and proud to represent St. Mary's County Public Schools and Greenview Knolls. 29 years ago, I walked into Greenview Knolls with the hope they would welcome me as a parent volunteer. They did, and I soon found my niche in the Media Center with Joyce Davis. After 8 years of happily volunteering, the job of paraeducator became available for a new position in the BMC, now known as ISSIC. The principal, Jack Hazuda, and Joyce Davis urged me to apply for that position. I owe a huge thank you to them for urging me to do so and believing that I was the right person for the job. Recently, when I was asked, well, what exactly do you do? I hesitated before I gave my answer. It isn't as simple as saying, I work with kids. Each day is the same, but different. After 21 years, the list is extensive. The thing is, I am not in a category of my own. Each and every support person does what they do to support their students and staff. Each one of you deserve to be celebrated. I am blessed to work with an amazing staff and students at Greenview. We are a networking team, and if it wasn't for the support of my coworkers, many of my ideas would not have come to be. One summer, several of the teachers took a summer workshop through the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and Point Lookout State Park on how to attract monarch butterflies to our school. Emma Hess, Tammy Garner, and Emily Mays came back to school pumped and ready to pass on what they had learned. I had the idea of acquiring a used canoe to plant with native plants that would attract monarch butterflies. Thank you, Elms, for supplying not only the canoe, but the plants to plant in the canoe. Once the canoe was properly filled with gravel and soil by Dave Gilman's Flow students and mentors, the teachers went on to organize a family science night where we then planted the canoe with the help of our whole school community. Greenview Knolls is now a certified monarch feeding station. As a member of our green team, then led by Deb Henry, I was able to help establish an outdoor learning environment with raised garden beds, a compost bin, and a covered patio with a small pond. With the help of Christina Battle's husband, Lee, and her Eagle Scout sons, Preston and Avery, We had an outdoor whiteboard installed and a wooden sign with the courtyard rules made and posted. The pond has now become the new home of Jeremiah the Bullfrog, thanks to Dave Gilman and his fourth grade students who rescued Jeremiah from a very hot sidewalk. A lot of staff pop into ISSIC and share ideas they have to better our learning community. Thank you, Andrea Atlas and Ginny Simpson. Mrs. Atlas told Mrs. Simpson she had some bikes to give away, but they were in need of repair. Mrs. Simpson mentioned it to me, and I thought of a student right away who could get the bikes up and running. I mentioned it to Mrs. Fowler. She met with the student, bought the necessary parts, and with Mr. Gordon's assistance, started to work on the bikes. Many more wonderful ideas have been brought to life at Greenview. So as an educational support person assigned to ISSIC, my job doesn't stop there. I have been given the opportunity to do so many things each day. Then I realized there's a short answer to the question, what exactly do you do? The answer is, I make a difference each day. Thank you again for the opportunity to represent St. Mary's County as the Educational Support Professional of the Year, and thank you, St. Mary's County Schools, for the opportunity to make a difference.
Thank you, Ms. Urich, for those powerful words, and congratulations. We will now move to recognize our middle school recipients, beginning with Esperanza Middle School. Their outstanding educator is Cristina Fuentes. Her principal writes, "The impact Ms. Fuentes has goes far beyond just her classroom. She has high expectations for her students and believes they can succeed. They enjoy coming to school because of the relationships she builds with them." Their education support professional is Matthew Fry. A colleague said, "What makes Mr. Fry stand out is his passion for interpersonal relationships and his humble devotion to shaping the lives of students." And the Gold Star Award goes to Barbara Talbert. Esperanza has earned the Gold Star 9 of the last 10 years. Esperanza Middle School. From Leonardtown Middle School, their staff nominated Dr. Deborah Denny as Principal of the Year, and one staff member said, "One of the great things about working with Dr. Denny is that she shows appreciation for all members of her staff. She's willing to listen to input, and she empowers them to take personal responsibility to make decisions." Their outstanding educator is Heather Wysokinski, a finalist. In nominating Ms. Wysokinski, her administrators said, "She has touched every teacher and student in her school by what she has done in such a way that will forever change their lives. It is a privilege to work with her every day and observe the impact she has on those around her." Their education support professional is Elaine Deems, also a finalist. One of the school's teachers writes, "When asked what they like best about Ms. Deems, our students shared how grateful they are for her help and are amazed that she always seems to know just what they need to understand." They had a SMECO Science Teacher of the Year, David Holland. As a parent says of him, Mr. Holland is more than just a teacher. He's a confidant and a role model. We can guarantee that 25 years from now, our son will still talk about Mr. Holland. As parents, we're forever grateful. And for the Gold Star Award, Janice Glasgow. Leonardtown Middle School has earned this recognition for the last 2 years. Congratulations, Leonardtown Middle School. From Margaret Brent Middle School, their outstanding educator is Stephanie Holcomb, also a finalist. A fellow teacher writes, "Ms. Holcomb delivers more to students than just a solid education. She knows her students that she shows her students that she genuinely cares about them. Quite simply, she makes a difference in the lives of young people." For their education support professional is Lisa Ailey. Her principal says she is a valuable asset to the school. She's always willing to step in and do whatever is needed and whatever is best for students. And for the Gold Star Award, Lori Byrne. Margaret Brent Middle School has earned the Gold Star 7 of the last 10 years. Congratulations to Margaret Brent Middle School. And from Spring Ridge Middle School, their outstanding educator and SMECO Math Teacher of the Year is Heather Howe. Ms. Howe's supervisor commented, "She seeks out opportunities to spark curiosity and create engagement in her classroom every chance she gets. Her love of math and of her students is infectious, and she latches on to each and every opportunity to make math come alive." Their education support professional is Patrick Scriber. As the school team wrote in nominating him, everything Mr. Scriber does is to support our students and to help them to be successful. Their Gold Star Award goes to Irene Hall. Spring Ridge Middle School's cafeteria has earned this award the last 3 years. Spring Ridge Middle School, everyone. This evening, we also recognize 2 Teachers of the Year. Ms. Tracy Harding, Social Studies teacher at Leonardtown High School, and Ms. Jennifer Cord, teacher at White Marsh Elementary School. Each one will have a moment to speak with you, and I'd like to first introduce you to our nominee for the Washington Post Teacher of the Year, Ms. Tracy Harding, a Social Studies teacher at Leonardtown High School. Ms. Harding's principal says that one of her most remarkable attributes is her ability to demonstrate sincere interest in each of her students as individuals. Being accepting of everyone allows for honest, open, and sometimes difficult discussions when exploring the complexities of real-world issues. She has cultivated an outstanding learning environment, and it is evident from interactions with students that they enjoy having her as a teacher and have a high level of respect for her. Ms. Harding's attention to each student is what makes her our Washington Post Teacher of the Year.
Fellow teachers, educational support staff, friends, and family, it is a true honor to be standing before you today. 20 years ago, when I walked across the stage as a Chopticon High School graduate, I would have never expected to be Teacher of the Year at the rival high school. Thanks for making me a Raider, Dr. Montgomery. To be further recognized as the Washington Post Teacher of the Year is extremely exciting. For most of my school-age life, I was 100% certain that I was going to be an attorney and I was going to law school. Well, I got to the middle of my last semester of my senior year of college and reality smacked me in the face. The legal field has winners and losers, and sometimes the losers and winners aren't the right people. I knew that that was not something that I could do. I wasn't cut out for it. I spent months crying a whole lot and soul-searching before my aha moment hit me. With my passion for learning and my genuine love of people, I chose a new path for myself. I chose a field where everybody has the opportunity to win. I chose to be a teacher. I knew as a teacher that I could be a person that helps others grow. That decision that I made 15 years ago turned out to be the best decision I've ever made. Today, when someone asks who I am, I respond, a teacher. Teaching is not simply my profession, it is who I am as a person. I love the opportunities that teaching has provided me. I share my love of psychology and political science with classes full of students every day. I fulfill my craving for the legal system as I watch my mock trial students prepare for and excel at their matches. I spend lunch with groups of young people who bring an atmosphere of never-ending energy and a passion for life. The experiences I've had and the people I've met in this life of teaching is one that I am thankful for. I'm thankful for administrators who have provided the constructive criticism that I needed to help me grow and improve my practice. I am thankful for the fellow teachers who I've forced to attend PD with me, who have planned with me, who have struggled with me, and who have succeeded with me. I'm thankful for the students in my classroom that make every day new and exciting. Students who make coming to work fun. Students who have taught me things like what it means to spill the tea. If you don't know, ask and I'll let you know. Also, students who have taught me things like how to put an emoji in my text message. There is something truly unique and enjoyable about spending your day with teenagers. I am thankful for my own children who put up with the extra challenge of having a teacher parent, and a husband who is forever willing to listen to teacher talk, because let's be honest, teachers never leave work at work. I am honored to receive this recognition, but I am most pleased to have had the last 6 years and hopefully the foreseeable future to teach the children in St. Mary's County Public Schools. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations again, Ms. Harding. Now I'd like to introduce our nominee for the Maryland Teacher of the Year. Ms. Jennifer Cord is a 5th grade teacher at White Marsh Elementary School. In nominating Ms. Cord, her principal wrote, "Ms. Cord is one of those people who was born to teach. Her excitement for teaching, passion for her job, and love of children is immediately noticed when entering her classroom. It is warm and inviting, and it is apparent that she expects that all children can and will learn. Positive messages and posters are displayed throughout her classroom, and her interactions with students mirrors those messages. Her focus on high expectations and building relationships makes her our nominee for the Maryland Teacher of the Year."
Thank you, Dr. Smith, Dr. Marr, Dr. Montgomery, and Board of Education members. I am so honored to be in this room with a group of people who are so gifted in what you do each and every day. You are hardworking, you are caring, you love your students, and you are generous with your time and your gifts, and I'm so incredibly proud to be representing you and this amazing school system as the nominee for Maryland Teacher of the Year. So many people have supported me on my journey as an educator. I'm thankful to my parents and my brother, who put up with an attempt at some early teaching strategies at a very young age, getting me a desk or two and a chalkboard for our basement. My husband, who supports me in the extra hours and dollars that inevitably go into this job. And for my own children, for sharing me with the many students that I've been able to call mine. I have also been very fortunate to have worked with 5 amazing administrators who have been constant mentors to me in my journey. Being nominated for this award by my colleagues is just an amazing honor. White Marsh Elementary School is a magical place. I couldn't be more grateful to work with a small but mighty group of educators who consistently push the boundaries and raise the bar for our students and expect greatness in all that we do. I am so thankful to be challenged daily by them and to be part of a group that's not just my colleagues, but my amazing friends. Most importantly, my teammate, Kelly Wathen. I truly don't know where I'd be each day without you. In my classroom throughout the years, I've read many picture books and many novels to my students, and there are just some books that stick with you. One of those is a young adult fiction book called Fish in a Tree. The basic premise of the book is that a young girl, Allie, has been able to hide her dyslexia and inability to read for a very long time, and she finally encounters a teacher who's figured out her secrets that she's tried to hide and has a grand plan for helping her to see that she's not stupid, but that she has much to offer this world. The lines from the book that have stuck with me and inspired me since I put the book down are when Allie learns of a plan her teacher has created for her. She says this, "But what really gets me is that in order for Mr. Daniels to come up with this plan, he must have thought of me outside of school when he didn't have to think of me. I bet other teachers have never let me sit in their head 1 second longer than they had to." Colleagues, I challenge you to continue to be those teachers who come up with the grand plans, who find the fixes for the unfixable, who inspire the students to be more than they ever dreamed, who bridge the connections with parents and families, who love the unlovable, and who let a child sit in your head many seconds longer than you have to. Thank you again for this nomination.
Congratulations again, Ms. Court. Next, we will recognize our high school and central office honorees. From Chopticon High School, their outstanding educator is Ashley Gallo. Ms. Gallo's principal writes, "Ms. Gallo has a phenomenal energy and passion when it comes to providing beneficial opportunities for the students of our school. She is supportive, enthusiastic, friendly, and is genuinely interested in seeing her students and our school succeed." Their education support professional is Anna Porter, also a finalist. One of the school's teachers says, "Ms. Porter always displays a positive attitude and approaches any challenge looking for a solution that works for students. I have overheard her problem solving with students, and she helps them think through what they need to do to be successful." For the Gold Star Award, Loretta Tyler. The Chopticon High School cafeteria has earned this recognition the last 4 years. Congratulations to the Chopticon staff. From Great Mills High School, their outstanding educator is Matt Wood. One of Mr. Wood's colleagues wrote, "One of the attributes I admire most in him is his tireless effort and energy to give back to the school. His selflessness and caring attitude is to be admired by students and adults alike." Their education support professional is Renee Ennels. As her principal said of her, she is kind, cheerful, and positive in her actions with students, parents, staff, and all community members who enter the school. I admire her ability to problem solve and multitask in a friendly and professional manner. And for the Gold Star Award, Melissa Burgess. Great Mills High School has earned this recognition for the last 2 years. Congratulations to Great Mills High School. From Leonardtown High School, you just met her, Tracy Harding, who is a finalist for Outstanding Educator. And as her supervisor said, she is a strong advocate for students, and she encourages them to strive for excellence. Her students are inspired by her, and there are countless examples of students who have moved on to do great things after graduation because of her passion. Their education support professional is Brian Myers. In nominating him, the team wrote, "Mr. Myers has brought extraordinary levels of energy to his role at Leonardtown High School." They had a SMECO Math Teacher of the Year, Diane Glasgow. As one parent commented, "As a parent, I never had to fight to get our daughter help. She just knew." They had a SMECO Science Teacher of the Year, Courtney Watson. As a parent wrote of her, "Ms. Watson has a genuine passion for science, and she shares that with her students every day. Her enthusiasm is contagious. And for the Gold Star Award, Tammy Gibson. Leonardtown's cafeteria has earned this recognition the last 2 years. Congratulations to Leonardtown High. From Fairlead Academy 1, their outstanding educator is Holly Fabry. In nominating her, the team said she does a great job of motivating those around her to be the best version of themselves. She honestly cares about the success of those around her, and she is willing to support staff and students any way she can. Their education support professional is Patricia Davis. Her principal stated, not only does she run the main office, she finds time to have positive interactions with students. Every year there are students who write letters to tell her she is the main reason they attended school. The Gold Star Award goes to Danette Martin. The Fairlead Academy 1 cafeteria has earned this recognition 8 of the last 10 years. From Fairlead Academy 2, their outstanding educator is Stephanie Potts. A colleague says she embodies all of the things that a teacher should ever strive to be. She is balanced, compassionate, and motivating. Their education support professional is Lori Calloway. Her administrator writes, she sees a lot of potential for each student. I am often mystified by her ability to open a student's hard shell with just her smile. She can connect with kids better than any adult I've ever seen. And for the Gold Star Award, Donna Horan. Fairlead 2's cafeteria has earned the Gold Star 4 of the last 5 years. From the Dr. James A. Forrest Career and Technology Center, Principal of the Year nominee, Mike Egan. A teacher comments, he encourages every student to strive for excellence. He truly cares. He wants every person and every program to succeed. Their outstanding educator, Nathan Swick. In nominating Mr. Swick, his colleagues wrote, he is one of those teachers who truly connects with students. He makes them believe in themselves and their talents like no one I've ever seen before. And their education support professional, Kimberly White. Her principal says, she is extremely dedicated and always puts kids first, always willing to provide assistance whenever and wherever necessary. Students and staff alike continually express their appreciation for her. Our central office nominees. For Leader of Excellence, Mr. Jason Hayes. A teacher writes, I have worked with many great educators in my career. Mr. Hayes exemplifies what it takes to be a great leader. He fosters strong relationships, he listens, and he responds. The education support professional from Central Office at Moakley Street, a finalist, is Miss Samantha Nelson. In nominating her, the team said she's a standout employee. She is patient in providing support and keeps cool under pressure. Each and every school is impacted by her strength, knowledge, and skill. The education support professional from Division of Supporting Services at Central Office, Bernice Rice, also a finalist. Her supervisors say, Ms. Rice is a very dedicated staff member who provides top-notch support. She is responsive to inquiries and school needs, and she works diligently to respond in support of students and staff. Now you just walk across the stage, but our Leader of Excellence is Mr. Jason Hayes as he walks back around. Mr. Hayes is the Supervisor of Instruction for Science. As one principal commented, Mr. Hayes is a problem solver, an innovator, and an overall dynamic leader. His enthusiasm, love, and passion for science are evident every day in the work he does. His commitment and passion for learning makes him our Leader of Excellence.
Thank you, and good evening. I'm truly honored and very humbled to be receiving this year's Leader of Excellence Award. To those teachers that nominated me, thank you very, very much. And I would also like to take a moment to thank my family for their support, especially when I start going off on one of my science rants and they start going into what I call their science coma. As I was preparing the remarks for tonight, I struggled to find the words to say. And if any of you know me really well, finding the words to say is not something I usually struggle with. I decided, well, maybe I could do a Google search and look up the words leader or excellence, and I could have combed through thousands of search hits. I could have looked up quotes from Vince Lombardi about what it takes to be a true leader, or what excellence looks like to, say, Michael Scott. But what I kept coming back to was the fact that leader of excellence represents me leading and supporting those people who strive for excellence day in and day out. And I'm referring to our teachers. I work hard and do my best to achieve excellence in my capacity because our teachers work so hard and do whatever it takes in their capacities. I am merely a reflection of them, and my body of work is built around supporting them however I can. Teachers work hard in pursuit of one common goal: student success. They work weekends, evenings, and early mornings to give students their best every day. They come up with innovative ways to teach and help students learn in a meaningful way. This could be through a lab, could be through a station activity, a group project, or a Socratic seminar. They coach robotics teams. They mentor science fair students. They tutor students during lunch or after school, making extreme sacrifices. They do all this and more because they believe in the importance of what they are doing. And they do all this because, well, to put it quite simply, they are all excellent. When people ask me about my job, I smile. And I always say how truly blessed I am to be working with the people that I work with. And I sincerely mean that. I couldn't ask for a better job, a job where I can be in a position of leadership in a place with people who so fervently strive for excellence. I wholeheartedly accept the Leader of Excellence Award, not only for myself, but on behalf of all of our teachers. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again, Mr. Hayes, and thank you. Each year, we partner with the Citizens Advisory Committee for Special Education to recognize outstanding staff. Mr. Scott Serbiak, Director of Special Education, will introduce and help present these awards.
Good evening. Students with special needs encounter various SMCPS staff each and every day. Not all of these staff members are specific to the special education department. However, any of them can make a lasting, positive impact on education of these students, and for that we are truly grateful. Since 2014, the Rise Up Award has been given by Casey to recognize any SMCPS staff member who has demonstrated going above and beyond in the education of an individual with special needs. Casey is the Citizens Advisory Committee for Special Education, a parent-led group that collaborates with myself, school personnel, community groups, and interested citizens. These awards are unique in that the nominations come from parents, and in some cases, students themselves. Here to present the 2009 Casey Rise Up Awards is Ms. Greer and Ms. Leslie Papalarchek, members of Casey.
Good evening. My friend Leslie and I are members of Casey, as was previously mentioned, and we both have students in the wonderful Compass program at Duke Elementary. They're fifth graders this year, and we are very honored to be able to present these awards for this year's Rise Up Award recipients. We have a couple from the Chesapeake Charter School. The first one, the nominating parent let us know her son is happy to attend school this year with a new confidence in learning. She quotes her son as saying, "Mommy, you have to give me a chance to get it because Mrs. Smart says that if we don't try, we will not learn, even if my answer is wrong." Thank you to Karen Ann Smart. Yes, thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Our next 2019 Casey Rise Up Award winner is actually a team from the charter school. The parents nominated this duo for the way they continuously put in the extra work to meet the ever-changing needs of their daughter, keeping her engaged in instruction and never putting a limit on her abilities. This award goes to Allison Eichel and Rachel Gilman. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And our last 2019 Casey Rise Up Award winner also taught my son when he was in pre-K. She is from Green Holly Elementary. This parent mentioned how knowledgeable their son's teacher was with his diagnosis, putting them at ease with her experience and enthusiasm for teaching. The mother's quote is that Ms. Perosio is a bright light in a sea of uncertainty and frustration with our son's fatal diagnosis. Thank you to Rebecca Perosio. Thank you, congrats.
In closing, our superintendent, Dr. Smith, will offer his congratulations. Following his remarks, we ask that all staff recognized this evening join us on stage for a group photo. Our honorees and guests are also welcome to join us after we close for refreshments in the lobby provided by one of our outstanding partners, the Education Systems Federal Credit Union. Dr. Smith.
Every minute in May is precious. I want to thank everybody for coming out today to recognize these exceptional leaders and educators. Recognize that every single person that came up here and received an award, they were nominated by their peers. And you know who your peers are. You know how incredibly dedicated and exceptional each one of them are. So for you to be the one representing them, that's quite an accomplishment. I want to take a moment just to thank Dr. Marr and everyone in his office, and Miss Mary Ann Williams and Mr. Barrett Brooks. What I really like this year is the little videos that we did for recognized staff. What was the theme? What did we use as a theme? Interactive part. What did we use for the theme for all those little videos? We like Instagram, right? Social media, stuff like that. All of the incredible love that you put out, all of the good news that you put out, all of the overwhelming, inspiring stories that you create and share. You are truly the dealers of hope. Oftentimes we get bogged down in all the negativity that's out there, but if you subscribe to the St. Mary's County Public School Twitter feed or an Instagram account or a Facebook account, you will be overwhelmed by all of the things that people do, that they do in their classroom, that they do on the stage after hours, that they do in playing fields, the traveling that they do. Throughout the leading up to and through the month of May, all of our educators, and you're going to be present at a lot of events that go later into the evening. You're going to be there to recognize your kids. What makes tonight special is tonight is about recognizing you. I want to say thank you very much. I want to conclude my remarks, and may you have an incredibly successful conclusion to the 2019 school year. Thank you very much.
Okay, so if you'll give us just a few minutes to clear the stage, we will do a group photo of all of our recognees this evening. And